What's up, people? We are back with more of Danganronpa 2. Chapter 4 had just concluded. Spoiler alert! Gundam Tanaka was the killer. Killed Mekamaru using the secret weapon, which was in fact the funhouse. And yeah, that was actually really great. Not only class troll, but I feel like the entire chapter was actually really well thought out. Like the entire idea of tricking us into believing that this is how the structure of the house or the fun house was, and then it turning out to not be like that. It's just, I felt like I really got tricked to it really hard. Like after a while, it was actually only because of the Nagito checking out the window and then putting a thought into our minds, like, this is the secret. Putting a thought or doubt into our mind, like, wait, is the funhouse really structured the way that we think it is, or the way that we see on that like picture, you know? But that really made me question. It was really hard to figure out. Like even during the class trial, I think I figured out at a certain point and then kind of backtracked a little bit, but at least I had it. I would count that as half right, at least. So I'm a little bit glad about that, because I feel like it was really tough to figure out, and they sold that idea to me, at least personally, really well. It was just, they thought about it, pretty much every single detail, and it was just really well executed, I feel. So that was fun to play through, and now it's time to move on, however, to chapter 5 and see what's gonna happen here. After being released from the funhouse, we went back to living our less than ordinary lives. And just like before, our day began with us all gathering at the restaurant. At least we're back at the islands rather than still being stuck in the funhouse.
Jeez.
You know, every time we meet up here, it makes me realize just how crazy this whole situation is. The restaurant certainly feels more spacious than before. Of course it feels spacious. There are less than half of us here now than there were at the beginning. We're at 7 right now. The total count is 7. We started out with 15. 8 people are dead.
Stupid fool!
Get it together!
Oh my!
What was that? Huh? Did I hear something?
Hey!
It's Nekomaru! That's Coach Nekomaru's voice. I heard it too.
Huh?
What are you talking about? He's no longer...
What's up?
I'll beat you up!
What are you laughing about? I'll beat the crap out of you if you keep grossing me out like that. Hey, that's not cool. I was up all night working my fingers to the bone.
I am concerned.
More importantly, I'm starting to get tired of the seasonings in this restaurant.
Jeez.
Seriously, I'm starting to realize how valuable Teru was. Don't ignore me! I'm trying to talk to you about something important.
Huh?
Important?
All right.
This! It took me all night to make it.
My!
Is that a Nekomaru doll?
I'm no doll! I'm Minimaru!
Minimaru! That's so adorable. It actually kind of just looks like a Nekomaru alarm clock, but the fact that it talks and seemingly understands what we're saying as well, because it's reacting to what we're saying, right? Seems to, you know, that it's kind of alive. So Minimaru, sure, that works for me.
Huh?
Minimaru? I took some parts from him to make it. What do you think? Awesome quality, right? Of course, it doesn't have free will or anything, so it's more like, you know, a toy. But isn't it freaking adorable?
Are you serious?
Oh!
Thanks.
It's so cute. Thanks. I'll keep it.
Well...
Is it me, or does it feel like this group in Danganronpa 2, like despite the fact that there were sort of, you know, their memories were taken away from them of their school lives, so maybe during their school life they were all friends and whatnot, you know, but we don't know that, at least not yet, because we don't know their memories. But it seems to me like, at least at this island, they've bonded a lot more than the crew at Danganronpa 1, like that group in particular, and I just feel like these are overall a bit better friends with each other, because, you know, like, I feel like people, whenever a person dies, they try to do things in honor of them. Like Kazuichi just built a Minimaru. And then we had the altar as well, like the, you know, the memorial for Mahiru, and then that that performance as well with Ibuki, Chiaki, and Hiyoko as well. So, you know, I just feel like maybe because it's fresher in my mind and therefore I can't really exactly remember if something similar happened in Danganronpa 1, but I just feel like these are overall a bit better friends with each other despite being in generally like largely similar situations, you know. So, but that usually always depends on the characters as well, and I feel like these characters are definitely more colorful than the Danganronpa 1 crew, I would say. That's probably a good way of describing it, right? Huh? I never said anything about giving it away.
I'll beat you up!
Don't be so stuck up. Your stuff is my stuff, okay? That sounds like my girlfriend. I don't have it. Nothing belongs to me. Everything belongs to her.
Whoa!
Hey now! That's a bully's logic.
Man.
Well, it doesn't matter. I made this to cheer you guys up anyway. And as long as we have it, we won't forget, you know, about Nekomaru's sacrifice for us. We're standing here today because of him. Well, because of both of them, actually, but I feel it was actually kind of as they sort of mentioned at the end, like Gundam explained at the end, sort of like it was sort of a sacrifice on both of their parts. Like, but Nekomaru understood it immediately, you know. It was just a fight to the death, and it was sort of that, fighting for life rather than just waiting to die. So, but I feel like people appreciate it more from Nekomaru because Gundam went in there with the intention of killing, whereas Nekomaru just stumbled into his plan and then thought like, well, alright, this is it then, I guess this is what it comes down to, let's do it. So from Nekomaru, it seems like he had no ill will whatsoever throughout the entire course of, you know, the fight, before the fight and right up until he died. Whereas with Gundam, it was a little bit probably more because he actually devised that whole plan to trick us and blah blah blah, you know. So I don't blame him for it because obviously once you do kill, it becomes in your own personal interest to try and get away with it. So I definitely do not blame a person for trying to do that. But yeah, the people here definitely appreciate it more, the sacrifice from Nekomaru than the one from Gundam. So if we're gonna prevent something like that from ever happening again,
Engines revving.
I guess we gotta fight too, right? We can't just keep running away. I gotta admit, I never thought I'd hear you say something that awesome. Of course. In the end, Gundam told us to never give up on life. So I will never give up. I shall fight until the very end. Gundam, please watch over me.
Miss Sonia?
What did you think of my little pep talk?
Oh my!
Oh, did you say something?
Are you kidding me?
What? I was up all night memorizing that speech.
Jeez.
And there's the punchline. I really like this. Thanks, Kazuichi.
I am Minimaru.
This is really adorable.
Man.
Gah, I'm only half as happy to be thanked by you.
That's right.
Ah, by the way, you can also use that to massage your sore muscles and pressure points. I feel like this is gonna be, you know, that's one thing you already... This is something I never really did up until one of the, like, a couple of chapters ago. Even in Danganronpa 1, I kind of explained it at the last class trial, I feel like, you know, I just kind of, after a murder has happened, or after a class trial, a new chapter starts, I just start relaxing a bit, don't pay too much attention to what people say, or not too much, you know, I do try to remember certain things, but I feel like this is already one of those clues, you know, it's like, wait, Minimaru got added suddenly, it has this function to massage sore muscles and pressure points. Like, this is something that could already happen or be some sort of clue for the next murder, you know, because that's usually what happens when new things get introduced, and they say like one of those one or two key lines what these new things do, and then it actually comes back in the next class trial. So this is one thing where I feel like this might come back.
You serious?
That's amazing.
Of course.
I made it after all. Seriously, thanks. I'll take good care of it. Akane looks really happy.
Hey.
Anyway, what happened to Nagito? I haven't seen him like I usually do. You don't have to worry about that guy. He goes solo all the freaking time.
Well.
But still, I'm a little worried about how he was acting during that last class trial. Well, He's always been a dangerous bastard. But he's crossed the line, you know.
Hey, hey!
Then that's even more reason we should avoid him.
But still,
But even if we do avoid him, what are you going to do if he approaches us? Nagito's sudden change was really weird. I wonder, did he figure something out that he were not aware of? He definitely did.
Now then.
Anyway, Hajime, isn't it about time you told us what that was all about? Huh? That? You know, what Nagito said during the trial. Everyone was actually very respectful in that sense, I feel. You know, Nagito dropped it once. He said like, he kind of, hinted at it once, what our true, quote-unquote, ultimate, we're not really an ultimate, that's our ultimate. Our ultimate is not being an ultimate. Wow, that's great. But you know what I mean, right? That we were part of the reserve course. And, Hajime just said once, like, yeah, I'll mention it after the class trial if we survive this. And Nagito brought it up like 2 or 3 other times, just taking little jabs at Hajime, and I just had to go like, come on, dude, was that really necessary? But everybody else didn't seem to react to it at all, so I feel like everybody else was really respectful towards that, towards Hajime's request of like, alright, let's just, I'll address this after this is over. So that was actually really nice. You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you? Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course. So this is the one where I feel like at the end of chapter 4, after the class trial, he kind of dropped that, like, he actually lied about only having the school files about Hajime. He lied about that part. He has it about everybody. So the thing that I'm wondering about this, right, is him saying that you're supposed to be the symbols of hope. That's him addressing everybody who's still alive, right? So is this him continuing the lie about everybody being a symbol of hope, therefore not, blowing the cover that he has more than only Hajime's student file? Or is it actually true? Because one of my thoughts was perhaps, that everybody is actually from the reverse course, or reserve course, including Hajime, so everyone, except perhaps Nagito himself, I don't even know, but that's just the feeling that I have. So this is like the key thing for me. Is this him keeping up the lie or not? Or is he speaking the truth here? But that's impossible for us to know at this point.
Hey, bastard!
What did he mean by, except for Hajime? Huh? Are you really the traitor after all? No, it's not like that. I didn't really want to say it, but I guess I have no choice. To tell you guys the truth, unlike the rest of you, well, apparently I was never part of Hope's Peak Academy's primary department. I'm a reserve corps student from the reserve department.
Huh?
Reserve department? It means, unlike you guys, I don't have an ultimate talent at all. Apparently, I'm just a normal person. Is that all? What? That's it? Dude, don't ever scare me like that. It's not something I can just brush off, especially since it's about me. I thought I just forgot. I thought I got into Hope's Peak Academy because I had talent all along. But, shit. My whole life, I've just wanted to feel confident about myself. And that goes back to his dream. Remember that particular dream where he was like in his classroom and people were like whispering like, oh, did he really get accepted, blah blah blah, but he's nothing, he's not, what's special about him? I guess Hope's Peak Academy isn't special at all if they let in Hajime, They were saying stuff like that. And I feel like it goes back to that. People just never thought he was really special, and then especially after he seemingly got accepted into Hope's Peak Academy, people just kept saying those things, kept sticking to their words about Hajime not being special or anything about that, So that, obviously, when people keep saying that stuff about you, that will do a number on your confidence. So I feel like Hajime probably wasn't that... Yeah, he was not a confident person about himself at all, I feel. And it still comes back to haunt him right now, even. Poor Hajime. And I thought getting into Hope's Peak Academy meant I had finally become someone I could be proud of. Not some fucking backup student.
Right?
Cheer up, Hajime. It doesn't matter if you're from the reserve department.
Of course.
She is right. No matter what, you are our friend, see? People are taking this very, very well. You know, there is a saying in Japan.
Listen.
Fear is grateful for the danger.
Hey,
The hell? You're saying that all wrong. Oh my god, she's drenched in blood. Well, I guess we kinda know what that means. So, everyone was here. It was a real close battle.
I am sorry.
I apologize. I was trying to cheer you up, but I ended up saying the wrong thing. Well, it doesn't matter. Stuff is just hard to say sometimes.
Huh?
That's weird. Maybe you can't see me.
Huh?
Whoa! What the heck? You're covered in blood!
Hmm?
Ah, you saw me? Yes, that's right. The mono beast this time was very strong.
You?
Gross! Don't get close to me! Get out of here! Since when does a mono beast bleed? That's the more important question, I feel. It's a robot, right? It's a beast. A robot beast. Why does it bleed?
What?
No gratitude. I'm being treated like filth.
Hey.
Why don't you clean that blood off? We're trying to eat. Ah, yes. I am ashamed of myself. Wipe.
Ding ding ding.
There we go. Now then, allow me to report to you all once again. After a fierce battle that's never been seen in history, I have finally succeeded in conquering the last mono beast. Because of this, it's finally possible for you to travel to the final island. I see. What a thin reaction. It's like I'm surrounded by tons of shabu shabu from all-you-can-eat restaurants. Don't tell me. This again? You're gonna say stuff like, it's not like we can get off this island. Why bother going to the new island? No, I feel like we have at least, we were left with some encouraging words by both Gundam and the act of Nekomaru's sacrifice. So I feel like people, despite, losing another two people, we are all the people that are still alive, that are still remaining, are in pretty high spirits considering the circumstances. Well, it's true that I don't really expect that much.
don't
But
misunderstand.
who said we weren't gonna go? Obviously we're gonna go, dumbass.
So,
Assuming we were thinking about running away was a mistake.
I'll show you my
Cause
serious
if we
side.
can't run, we'll fight. I'll crush everyone who put us through this crap in one blow.
Hey,
Fight? Seriously? That gruesome group is called World Ender for a reason,
what are you saying?
Why, did you forget what you said earlier?
Hey!
Dumbass! I was only saying that because I was trying to impress Miss Sonia.
What?
Don't brag about that.
Settle down.
If you have the power to fight among yourselves, then direct that power toward your enemy.
All right.
Now then, let us go forth. Offense is the best defense.
Damn right.
You're right. Now's not the time for us to be bickering. I don't really get it, but when Miss Sonia talks like that, my blood starts to boil.
All right.
I'm getting pumped up. Let's charge away to that new island.
I'm starting to get pumped up.
The Future Foundation, Monokuma, Monomi. I'll crush them all at once.
That's...
Even me? You guys seem reliable. Hey, don't talk like you're not included. You're our friend too, You're right.
Leave it to me.
And I gotta do my best too. As we left the restaurant, the expressions on our faces were clearly different than they were before. They were filled with strong will and determination. Armed with that, we began walking towards the last island. But the clouds in my heart still lingered. I couldn't stop thinking about the reserve department. And that filled me with this strange, uncomfortable feeling, like a small bone was lodged in my throat. But I tried not to think about it. I tried to stay focused on moving forward. Chapter 5. Smile at hope in the name of despair. With the Monobees gone, we crossed the 5th bridge and arrived at the final island.
So this is the last island.
Holy shit. This is like the exact opposite of like the amusement. The amusement park was so colorful, happy, you know, it looked alive, and this is just, it's so dark, bland. What? Enormous buildings towered everywhere, as if the entire island were one gigantic city. It felt very sci-fi, as though the island was a snapshot of an urban metropolis from the near future.
I guess it has an
Metropolis, right?
ambiance befitting of a final island.
Metropolis. I think that's how you pronounce it. Dang. Why does it feel like I'm in a futuristic North Korea? Seeing all those screens with Monokuma on it. Probably giving us a lecture or like, you know, our daily scheduled lecture where we have to all pray to King Monokuma. Right. Considering that we're going to explore the island now. So considering that Hajime is pointing to the left, that means I'm going to explore to the right side. So there's a vendor street here. Street stalls. Can probably buy some good food here, you know. Let's see what we can eat here. Found ya.
No.
Wow, I got a shit ton of coins. There's nothing here? Nothing to explore? Only Fuyuhiko is here. Alright. I was wondering who was lured here by the smell. I expected Akane though, not you. I wasn't lured by the smell or anything.
Anyway,
Looks like this street is full of food vendors. But as you can see, there's no customers or staff. Only the food is here. Normally, a street like this would be bustling with activity, but there's no one here. It's actually pretty creepy to think about. Especially if that like, is it smoke or fog or, I don't know. That seems really strange and weird indeed. But there's absolutely nothing to explore. That's disappointing again, but considering what has happened in the last 2 islands, aside from the funhouse, usually the investigation part was really bland and meh as well. Factory, uh-oh. In before it's locked. Plushie factory. White smokes is billowing from the building in the back. Is this some kind of factory? But if it's got Monokuma's face on it, I'm sure it's a shady factory anyway.
Hajime.
Good timing. What's up, Chiaki?
See?
This building clearly looks suspicious, right? I was thinking it might be good if I thoroughly look around inside, but...
Well?
Since it clearly looks suspicious, I thought it'd be dangerous to go alone. Then, do you want to go inside together? I'm surprised you didn't say okay. Why are you hesitating exactly? Because you seem to hint towards the fact like, I don't want to go alone, so Hajime, please come with me. And then we asked, and then she's like, what? Alright, let's check out the factory first. Alright then, I'm going inside. Alright, Chucky, I don't need you, I guess. I do want her here with me though. What the heck is this? What was being manufactured one after the other and being carried away on the conveyor belt was Monokuma. What the actual frickety frack. Alright, so we got the manufacturing equipment. The conveyor belt is endlessly moving through this enormous machine. The coconut tree carried by the conveyor belt is processed and eventually made into this stupid thing. Okay, so they turn a coconut tree into a Monokuma hat or head, and basically assembles the rest. Body, arms, it attaches on that thing, and then yeah, and it turns into this basket full of Monokumas. The Monokumas are being tossed into this gigantic basket, one after the other. They better not be real. I picked one up with my hand. I see. So these are plushies. Monokuma plushies. Ah, the real Monokuma is sort of like a plushie too. But unlike him, these are probably actual plushies. Harumph! Isn't the resemblance uncanny? They're my life-size plushies! Life-size plushies? I was planning to hit the bag, or hit the big time with these. That's why I'm making them like crazy. Ha ha ha! I'm gonna be rich! But you've made way too many. You're gonna be overstocked when it's all said and done. Monokuma's life-size plushie. Oh, this is gonna come back at some point where we think like, oh, the real Monokuma died, and it's like, nope, just a plushie. I don't want this. Who does want it to begin with? I see. So this place is for manufacturing life-size Monokuma plushies. What kind of messed up place is this? Don't look down on me! Do you really think it's just for life-size plushies? There's a lot more Monokuma merch in the goods warehouse next door!
Hey.
What should we do? Honestly, I don't really feel like going.
But still.
But what if there's some kind of important clue? What are you gonna do? You're right. Then we should go there just for a little while. Just for a little while. So that's only one part of the factory.
Hey.
There might be an important clue, so maybe I should investigate. Yeah, come on, let's go together. Goods warehouse. Without thinking, I peeked into the piled up stacks of cardboard boxes. There's a Monokuma calendar, a Monokuma sandbag, and even a Monokuma guitar. First, there was the Monokuma archive in the funhouse. Now there's a plushie factory and all these goods. How full of himself is he? Mascot popularity doesn't last forever. I gotta earn the big bucks while I can. A mascot that isn't popular anymore is like a piece of candy without any sugar. In other words, it has no reason for existing. I actually agree with you there. With the last part. He's starting to talk even crazier. Right, is this enough of a, last time? Or a little while? Tons of books. There are a bunch of books stacked up high. What in the world are these? Monokuma's poetry collection? How stupid! Who the hell's going to read this crap? I know, right? There's probably haikus about there about people killing each other. There's another book here too. Let's see. Monokuma's Most Precious Moments.
See?
That's the actual title of this book. But it's a collection of nude photo. What? Monokuma's already naked.
Yep.
I know. So what? He's even more naked or what? What are you trying to say, Chiaki? Random goods. There's a bunch of cardboard boxes stacked on top of each other. There are various goods inside them. There are even household appliances and musical instruments. I'm pretty sure there's like, how toasters? You have some, toasters that aren't the normal toasters. That actually, they imprint faces on the toaster or you're able to create toast in like a specific shape. For example, I'm pretty sure there would be one with Monokuma, like you're able to like burn Monokuma's face into your toast. Well, not burn obviously, because then it would be not that yummy to eat. But you know what I mean, right? That it would imprint Monokuma's face into your bread, into your toast. Then you can eat it and feel good about like, yes, die Monokuma, die in my stomach, in my delicious stomach. They're probably used for packaging goods before they're shipped. It looks like they're waiting to be shipped. But I don't think these are ever going to leave the island. The word think was missing. Anything else? We got these panels. This looks like a Monokuma panel. But why so many?
Phew! I was thinking about using these to decorate the stores that sell my merch and make them look all boom! Then they'd stand out, you know?
No store would sell your stuff.
You're so stupid!
Maybe Walmart.
Of course not! You're such a fool! That's why I'll open an official Monokuma shop! I'm thinking about opening chains all over the world. Of course, the main attraction will be my life-size Monokuma plushie.
I can't believe you thought that far into the future when you made these. Huh, your business is doomed to fail.
Hey!
Enough already. You have no business sense anyway, so just stop it.
No! Hey! Don't say that! Let's do our best together! We'll be as popular as Pogs were in the 90s! Hey!
Don't you remember how long those stayed popular? Besides, if you're serious about opening a business, you've already committed a major mistake. Overproducing?
I won't forgive you!
Because there's no merch of me! Oh,
My little sister!
I would actually go with overproducing, considering he hasn't even opened up stores or anything yet. Is he this confident this is all going to sell, you know? I guess he is.
Oh, Monami, my little sister. Don't you know the Aesop's fable about the rabbit and the bear?
Not a tortoise?
Hey,
A long time ago, there were these two old guys.
Two old guys living together? What are you saying, Monami?
Shing! The old guys thought rabbits aren't as popular as bears. The end.
Did you even need the old guys in that story?
in other words,
So even if I make merch of you, it's pointless. A half-pink rabbit is so lame. You don't even have 1 ounce of good fashion sense.
you stupid brother!
It's because she's wearing a diaper, but indeed, he did this to her. You did this to me. You're the one who has no fashion sense. Oh, poor Monami.
What a hopeless way of snapping back!
But honestly, I can't help but feel like I might have done or made too many panels. Special bleeding service! So, whoever wants to decorate the room, please do it as much as you like. Here! Come on! What are you waiting for?
Hajime, let's run. You're right. Let's get the hell out of here, ASAP. We ran out of the warehouse, narrowly avoiding Monokuma's plan for inventory disposal. It's like you just got tired. Yeah, you're right. Alright, I think we can move on, but let's try talking to her again. There are never hints in obviously suspicious places. Anyone who looks obviously suspicious isn't the killer.
Yep.
That's usually the norm. I thought so too. Right, let's see what is next. That was a military base, Jabberwock Army. I see a freaking tank, 2 tanks, and a helicopter, 2 helicopters. That thing over there. Dang. Is that a tank? Is it real? Not just that. There's lots of other stuff here that looks really dangerous. Truck? Is this a military truck? Unlike the airplane on the first island, this looks like it actually has an engine inside. But I don't even know how to drive it. And besides, It's not like I can escape this island by driving off of it. Another truck. It's a military truck. There's something in the cargo box. Grenade launchers. Firearms? And there's a ton of them. There's a lot of different weapons, like guns and anti-tank rockets, carelessly stacked in here. Is it really alright to handle these carelessly? Then we got the huge murder truck and tank. This is a tank, right? Is it real? Can it move? Alright, what else is... I think that's it on this side. Then we got the helicopter. This helicopter! That's the thing that shot it at Teru, yeah. Is this the helicopter Monokuma used to execute Teru? This helicopter! Don't screw with me! Ow! Hajime, what happened? It's nothing. I'm fine. I couldn't help punching it, but I just ended up hurting my fist. Damn it. I'm so weak. Like, well, what did you thought was gonna happen? That you would just break it with your punch? You're not one punch man, Hajime. Alright, let's talk with Sonia. This appears to be a military base. Is that so? Despite the fact that this island is quite small, the military technology here seems rather extensive.
All right!
These might prove useful when the time comes to combat the future Foundation. Useful? There's no way we'd be able to operate stuff like tanks and heavy weapons.
Huh?
Really? In my country, even a child in grade school can operate a tank, no problemo. What do they teach you in school in your country? Is it like... what was the guy? Coney 2012 or something? The guy that had like an entire child army? Does Sonya have that same similar thing too? What the hell? No problemo? A course in modern warfare is a required class in all our grade schools. Holy shit. Please tell me that they don't just freaking play Call of Duty Modern Warfare the entire day, right? That's not the class. I hope not. An obsession with anime. And now this. Sonia's country never ceases to baffle me.
However,
Weapons are only weapons when humans start to use them.
I am concerned.
If no one's using them, then they're nothing more than scrap metal. You're right. Unfortunately, this stuff in the base probably won't be useful to us.
Please wait.
No, that is wrong. Huh? Well, I have discovered a puzzling document in the tank operator seat. Jabberwock developer. That's the Future Foundation insignia. What? Jabberwock Island development plan. What is this?
However,
I assume it belongs to Monokuma, and it was placed rather ostentatiously. So remember how I feel like the best theory that fits for me currently is that the one that I mentioned quite a while back about Makoto and everyone else that survived at Danganronpa 1 and then left Hope's Peak Academy. They tried to, to make hope, to bring hope back in the world again, to have their hope defeat the eventual despair, or the despair that was like, the world was like ridden with despair, right? It was full of despair, but there were like small sparks of hope everywhere, and then you had this surviving group of Hope's Peak Academy students that had the goal to make hope thrive again in the world. And maybe this was actually, maybe at some point they just realized it wasn't like, they tried to fight against it. Maybe not literally fight, but later on it turned into literally fight against despair. Because we saw in Danganronpa 1, and I think there was a small scene in Danganronpa 2 as well, about, what the state of the world, what it was in. It was like people were fighting everywhere, society was like kind of broken down cities, people fighting, killing each other, blah blah blah, despair has taken over. That's the thing. So maybe Makoto and everyone else during their fight, because my I sort of thought like perhaps they eventually turned themselves towards despair. Obviously they didn't do it consciously, but they just, I don't know, the world just, they didn't manage to succeed in their plan, and the world just got them down, you know? And at some point, because your plan fails, you just slowly and surely they just turn to the dark side, to the despair side. Or this was their way of like, they thought like, well, fuck, we can't fight against despair in the way that we want to. Let's fight it, you know, let's fight fire with fire in that sense. So they actually used these tanks, these trucks, these helicopters to fight against despair. That could be a way as well, I don't know. But that's if we assume the Future Foundation and World Ender is Makoto's group in the first place, right? Because that's still just a theory on my part. But at least this is what I want to know more about, the Future Foundation. Who is it exactly, and and how does it tie into like, you know, the sort of half-open ending that we got in Danganronpa 1? Because obviously this is a continuation of it, right? But I want to see the link between it, like where does it actually like cha-ching, it just clicks, you know? I do not know how much we can trust it. Do you think it could be a useful clue? Monokuma probably did leave it. Like you said, it's hard to know how much we can trust it. So what does it say? Beyond what is written in here, I do not know much.
Well?
But it does document Jabberwock Island's redevelopment plan at considerable length. And what is that plan? To place Jabberwock Island under the Future Foundation's control and prepare it as a central headquarters. A central headquarters for the Future Foundation? I thought Jabberwock Island was a tourist destination. Why would the Future Foundation be interested in it? In actuality, there was something written in here that caught my attention. The travel agency that managed Jabberwock Island went bankrupt, so the island was uninhabited for a long time. Because of that, the island was unaffected by the incident, which allowed them to easily gain a foothold. Wait, hold on! This place was uninhabited for a long time? If that's true, the maintenance here has been way too attentive. The items here at the supermarket are always stocked, and the hotel is still really clean. Could that be the Future Foundation's responsibility? But more importantly, what's the incident? What does it mean that the island was unaffected by it? Well, it was people, you know, it was caused by people. So if there are no people on this island, then it kind of makes sense that it is unaffected by it, you know? Because if the event was that it was just people, you know, chaos breaking out with people destroying cities, partly killing each other and blah blah blah, you know, just chaos on the streets, chaos in the world everywhere. But the chaos is created by the people. So if people aren't in a particular place, that place is unaffected by such chaos as well. So that makes sense. I cannot discern that from this passage alone. Simply reading this will not help me grasp what those words mean.
Well?
However, there is one more thing that caught my attention. There's more? Do you remember the guidebook to Jabberwock Island in the library? Somewhat. It was written there that the central island houses a large administrative building. However, we could not find that building. Oh wait, that was me actually, that was Hajime. Damn it. However, we could not find the building anywhere. We even commented on how strange that was, right?
However...
But according to this plan, the building that the Future Foundation is planning to use for their headquarters... Could it be? That same building? They are planning to rebuild it and use it as the Future Foundation's headquarters. Or so it is written. What the heck? It's so inconsistent. How do you rebuild a building that doesn't even exist? But this was a replica, right? It was a replica. This island is not the real Jabberwock Island, I thought. It was sort of a replica built after the real Jabberwock Island, but this isn't the real one. I'm pretty sure Monokuma hinted at something like that, you know? When Byakuya mentioned, oh, only a big corporation or big organization can be behind this. Damn it. What the hell is going on?
Perhaps.
We were so distracted by all of the horrible situations that kept happening, one after the other. We might have overlooked a more pressing issue.
And that is the mystery of this island. But what's really going on? This mystery doesn't make any sense. No matter how much we think about it, there's no reason behind it. Akane. Man, this place is boring. Boring? What are you talking about? There's a freaking tank here.
You.
Huh? I like strong dudes. Weapons don't excite me at all.
Obviously.
A real man fights with his fists. That goes for women too.
Alright!
You wanna battle, little? If you can win, you can rest on my boob pillows. Oh, I would battle for that chance. Even if I only had a 0.001% at winning, I would still take that battle just for the chance of resting on those pillows. No thanks. Boob pillows? They look pretty comfy. I guess that's it. Is that it for this place? Ah, Monokuma, sneaky, sneaky. I see you peeking.
I knew you could do it.
We got 2 so far. Not that I've paid too much attention towards collecting them. Yeah, nothing else on that side. Alright. We haven't seen Kazuichi yet, so I'm assuming he's going to be probably here. Sea King Industries. I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. What? Is that where the Mono Beasts are built? Oh. Kazuichi is probably really excited about this. There's a bunch of strange machines lined up in all directions. It feels very sci-fi. Sea King Industries. Huh? They're a company that specializes in manufacturing electric insulation and other machine parts. They're a mid-sized company with only 100 employees, but they're the biggest corporation on Jabberwock Island. And this place looks like a research facility. For a mid-sized company, this is a pretty nice facility. I guess so. I only read about them in a pamphlet next to the reception desk. Besides, the size of the company isn't the issue here.
What's going on?
This company obviously doesn't make machine parts, so what the heck are they making here? He's right. It looks like they're making something more dangerous. It seems like it might be a good idea to thoroughly investigate this place. Right, thoroughly. We only have 2 options to investigate, but we're gonna investigate those 2 options very thoroughly. This machine is making another machine? The finished product looks like it's modeled after a 4-legged animal.
Hey!
Hey! Doesn't that animal-looking machine remind you of anything? Are you talking about the Mono Beasts?
Maybe...
Is there a chance that those Mono Beasts were created here? Mono Beasts were created here?
Fine.
Yep, that's what this place is for.
Hey!
No matter how much you insist it's a game, people won't be convinced if a place like this doesn't exist, right?
Bye-bye!
That's why. It's just fine.
There's something wrong with you.
What the hell did he mean by that? He wasn't making any sense at all. It doesn't matter who's convinced, because I'll never be convinced.
What's going on?
I mean, this place is for manufacturing machine parts. Why are they able to create such a dangerous robot in a place like this? Does this mean Monokuma took over this place and modified it to do this? Damn it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Alright, let's check out the other machine. Okay, that's a robot. I thought it was a human at first, but it's a robot. This automated machine looks like it's making something. Is this a mannequin? Because why did the jaw keep falling off? It's a humanoid machine. Is that a robot?
You serious?
Is this where they fixed up Nekomaru as well?
Seriously? How can he make robots? Hey, just how far did technology advance without me knowing?
Do you think
Nekomaru was made here?
That was close.
It's a similar humanoid robot. It's possible, maybe.
Hey!
But why would a company that manufactures machine parts have access to this kind of technology? I don't know. Maybe this place is somehow connected to the Future Foundation too. It sure seems like it. Ah, I see the third Monokuma hiding there. Blam!
Huh? Are you serious?
360. That was it for this place? I think that's it. So much for thoroughly. I should look around here some more. What do you mean some more? Talk with Kazuichi? Okay, he's laughing like crazy. Hey, Kazuichi! Get a hold of yourself! Huh? Why? Why? Because you start laughing all of a sudden. Well, obviously. What else am I gonna do except laugh? I mean, it's just so childish. What are you talking about?
Hey.
Well, there's a computer over there, so I started snooping around to see if I can find any clues. Whoever was using this computer must have been sending emails to his buddy or something. He was probably trying to write a manga or something. He sent one of his story ideas to his buddy. It was such a horrible, delusional story. I was so embarrassed to read it that it gave me goosebumps. Delusional story? Uh-oh, what if it's like the entire story and script of Danganronpa 1? So, what was written in the email anyway? Well, I'll start with the idea for the story. Apparently, global riots are occurring in various regions around the world. And these riots were caused by high school students. I mean, seriously? That's not realistic at all.
This actually seems like it's just, you know, this is non-fiction, right? That's what it's called, I believe. Non-fiction, if it's actually true.
Yeah.
So these riots just keep growing as people grow more and more dissatisfied and frustrated with society. Until eventually, it spreads like an infectious disease all over the world. Footage of the riots start getting circulated, and strange incidents start occurring one after the other. A hopeless anxiety instantly spread throughout the world as the end of the world gets closer and closer. End of the world? I know, right? It sounds like something a lame high school band would think of as a song title.
Hey.
Whoever wrote this needs to come up with better story ideas, because this wasn't realistic at all.
The fact that Kazuichi is actually poking fun at reality, saying it's not realistic at all. Reality inside the game, for us, is obviously a story about the game, right? So it's like double the fun of him poking at it, from both sides as well.
I mean, students causing a riot on that scale is totally impossible. I'd never believe it for a second. But I learned a valuable lesson. I should always delete embarrassing emails right away.
Hey, about that, are you sure it's okay to say that it's just a made-up story?
Of course. I mean, unrealistic things might happen in real life from time to time, but
Of course not.
there's no way this is real. It's more impossible than a notebook that kills people just by writing in it.
Fucking Death Note.
You're right. It's just a lot of unimaginable things have kept happening to us. So maybe I'm getting a little confused. But the world ending? There's no way something so unbelievable could actually happen. Well, at any rate, it's clear now, isn't it?
What's clear?
This used to be Sea King Industries, but it's not anymore.
I see.
After this island became uninhabited, Monokuma took over this place and modified it without permission. He did all this just to shock us. That's the reason?
That's right.
It's not so weird. This whole time he's been doing similar stuff to us.
But why?
This is bad.
Maybe there's a bunch of crazy rich dudes who ran into this stuff. They're the ones who are making us kill each other. Those bastards get off on watching kids kill each other.
Hey!
Wait, hold on. Now that I said it out loud, that's actually a terrible assumption.
I mean,
If that's true, then our fates are in the hands of those rich, perverted bastards. That sounds like something that would happen in a work of fiction.
but the thought of it actually happening in reality is definitely unsettling. Well, I guess we can leave here now? Yeah. Damn.
Yo.
Hey, Hajime. I was looking for you. What's up for you, Hiko?
Well,
I was thinking, you've probably finished exploring this island by now. You're right. I think I've explored everywhere at least once for now.
damn right.
Then, do you want to meet up with everyone and discuss things? Yeah, I don't mind. I figured it'd be annoying if we all went back to the hotel for this. But there's a street nearby lined with food vendors, so I told everyone to meet up there. Yeah, we've been there, so we know. I
Later.
mean, we even saw you there, you know? I'm heading over there right now. Hurry up and come over. After letting me know, Fuyuhiko left the area. He actually took the time to tell everyone about that, huh? Well, now's not really the time to be impressed by something like this. It'd be bad to make the others wait. I should hurry over to the street with the food stands. Let's go. Alright, looks like everyone's here.
Huh?
What about Nagito? Who cares? It's not like he's our friend or anything.
Like,
I couldn't get in touch with him. I don't know where the hell he is or what he's doing.
now then.
So, how'd it go? Did you learn anything about the Future Foundation? Not really. Like, I feel like I learned stuff, but I also feel like I didn't learn anything. It's not clear which information we found is believable, if any.
However,
I believe there is no question that the Future Foundation is behind everything that has been going on.
Well,
Are we sure about that? Huh?
huh?
What are you saying? If they're not our enemy, then what are they? If they're our ally, there's no way to trap us on this island. Or maybe they did. Maybe, if we go, maybe it was that. Maybe Makoto and their group thought that, you know, oh, our hope isn't good enough, our hope wasn't strong enough, so we'll try and do something similar that, remember? Because that was the goal of Kyoko's father back then, to actually just keep all of those you know, the students in Hope's Peak Academy that remained alive and that were actually willing to stay there for the rest of their life, you know, to keep them isolated from the outside world so that they don't get disinfected by it. That's probably not the real word, but that they don't get, you know, influenced by it, so that they stay hopeful, so that they don't see the despair that's on the outside, so that they I don't know, get a proper good education and hope training or whatever, if such a thing even exists, you know. But you know what I mean, just being in a safe space, safe environment from the outside world filled despair. And maybe Monokuma and or Makoto rather and stuff and whoever else survived, they're just like, oh shit, well, we can't do it ourselves, we need more people to fight for the cause of hope, and they kind of trapped us here to go through a similar process that they went through as well, to find out which are the most hopeful students to help them with their fight. I don't know. that sounds like a somewhat far-fetched, but perhaps maybe plausible theory. I don't know.
well, yeah.
That's true, but there's something I've been thinking about.
Hey,
Madomi works for the Future Foundation, right? She's pretty much admitted it by this point. But even though Monokuma is forcing us to kill each other, Madomi has been opposing him, so that could make sense. So, scratch the part where I said like, oh, Makoto want us to go through the same rough thing that they went through. They actually wanted us to be coddled as well, you know? Madomi, what if Madomi was actually just, you know, they wanted to do something similar that Monokuma did to them, but then in the hope way, right? To fill everyone with hope. Because what Monokuma tried to do was his goal is to fill everyone with despair, right? That's his goal. But you know, to fight against despair, the Makoto and everybody else just probably thought, let's try and do the opposite of what Monokuma was doing. Try and fill everyone with hope. And that's the goal of Monomi as well at the very beginning. And then Monokuma just found out about this and took over. And then fucked the entire plan of the Future Foundation, Makoto, and Monomi. That's actually more plausible. Maybe like 0.01% more plausible than the previous idea, but still a bit more plausible.
huh?
You mean,
pretending to oppose him?
That's wrong.
No, I don't think she's pretending. They clearly hate each other, definitely. I feel like remember when we just got on this island, the intention behind it, that was all true. What the Monami said, like, oh, become friends together, gather hope fragments, yay, let's just all become friends together and, you know, become more hopeful. Or strengthen our hope. And then Monokuma just somehow found out about it and is like, well, not on my watch is hope gonna grow. Fuck that, no, more despair. Thank you for setting this all up for me, thank you very much. Because he kept saying like, oh yeah, no, Monami did this. Monami set all of this in place. So maybe everything that they did, Monami did set all of that in place. And the Future Foundation as well. They structured everything here. But Monokuma just came in here and is like, fuck that, I'm taking over. And then he utilized everything that the Future Foundation and Monami put in place here with all the islands and all this, everything on the islands and everything else. But he just made up his own plan on how he can use that to, you know, instill despair into everyone else rather than hope. That could be possible. Then it's possible that the enemy of our enemy is actually an ally. Because she opposes Monokuma. You think she's our ally?
Please wait.
Even if they both oppose one another, is it not possible that they are both our enemy?
I'm starting to get pumped up.
Ah, like a 3-way battle. That's kinda hot.
Hey,
Why? After all this time, are you suddenly backing up the Future Foundation?
whoa!
Are you talking like that because you're actually the traitor that's working for them?
Damn it.
Don't be a fucking idiot.
I won't be fooled.
No way. You're clearly suspicious. I mean, if you don't...
Settle down.
Kazuichi Soda, shut up!
Yes!
Listen.
There never was a traitor. Monokuma lied to us.
Oh my.
Lied?
Well,
It is simply a false entity that Monokuma made up so we would be suspicious of each other.
you insolent fool.
How can you not believe in your friends after everything we have endured together? Weak. How weak. He has appeared.
Man.
Instead of facing the problem directly and overcoming it, you're desperately trying to run away.
Such despair.
That weakness is hopeless.
Nagito?
Well, where the hell did you come from, man?
Nagito, where have you been this whole time?
Jeez.
I wonder where your thought process wandered off to. As usual, you guys just keep running around in circles. What are you? Hamsters? Oops. If I compare you guys to hamsters, will I get yelled at by that weakling who dropped out?
That is...
What is that?
Now then.
He said dropped out. Weakling that dropped out. What? You asked where I've been this whole time, right?
Well,
I was in the middle of looking for someone. Looking for someone? I thought that person might have already arrived. But I guess I was wrong. The person that Monokuma is waiting for, right? That's what Nagito said at the end of chapter 4. Or maybe that person is hiding in a secret location and carefully watching us. Hey,
you.
Who are you talking about? Are you saying there's someone else on this island besides us?
It's probably the survivor of the killing school life. Makoto?
How about it?
If so, a lot of things start adding up, don't you think? Are you talking about Byakuya? He's the survivor you're talking about, right? No, I think he is a survivor, not the survivor.
What?
Oh, I see. You guys have already reached that stage.
You.
What stage? You're not making sense at all.
Not making sense.
Minimaru chimes in.
Jeez.
But still, if you think about it properly, you might be able to figure it out. Why would Byakuya, a survivor of the killing school life, die in vain like he did at the very beginning?
Right?
Don't you think it's strange?
Huh?
What does that mean?
That is an order.
The issue is not with what he means. Please take back what you said about Byakuya dying in vain.
That's right.
Yeah, listen to Miss Sonia.
Well,
You have been acting very strange lately. I do not like this version of Nagito we have been witness to.
I don't like you either. Well, I never liked you in the first place.
This is troubling.
It looks like I'm being hated. Well, that's understandable. There's no way you guys can even comprehend my suffering.
Well,
Knowing the truth can be pretty painful in its own way. The truth? What truth? What do you know? Curious, are you? But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? Huh?
actually,
To tell you the truth, I still haven't figured out who the traitor is. But it won't take me very long. You guys don't have to worry. I'll weed out the traitor, even if it costs me my life.
what?
You're going to weed out the traitor?
Please wait!
As I have already said, there is no traitor. I'll bet in the end, you're just gonna raise your hand and go, I'm actually the traitor, right?
You're a funny guy, Kazuichi. But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is, if I'm able to wipe out all the despair on this island,
This is exciting!
will I become the ultimate hope?
Ultimate hope?
You...
What the hell are you talking about? Have you finally lost your damn mind?
Now then.
I should get going. But if you see Monokuma again, there's something I want you to tell him. Tell him he doesn't need to provide a motive anymore.
Huh?
Tell him not to worry, because I'm planning to go all out. Besides, the next one will probably be the last.
Could it be?
Nagito, what does that mean?
Bye now.
Nagito ignored Chaki's question and left us. We were powerless to stop him. It just kills me so much that Nagito knows stuff that we don't know. Because I wanna understand from what side he is coming from, right? Why he is acting this way towards us. I've been trying to understand it, but the only thing we can do is speculate. We can only just make assumptions based on the limited information that we have, which is not nearly enough to the extent to even try to understand why he's acting this way right now, and it will never come close to the information that he has gained after completing the final dead room and everything after that as well, right? So I just feel like he has such a huge advantage in that category, in the information category, and we're just left behind trying to wonder like what does he know that we don't know? It was clear to us that trying to stop him would be useless. I think I read that.
Hey!
I don't want to think about it, but could he be planning a kill?
Are you kidding me?
Kill? Who? Who was he gonna kill?
Damn it!
Based on how he was talking, it looks like his target is the traitor.
Please wait!
There is no such person. I mean, the notion that one of us has been deceiving us all along. Like, honestly, at the moment, the only thing I can think of as a traitor is possibly Nagito himself, but that would be weird as well. He's just gonna kill himself? No. If there is a traitor, the only person personally that comes to mind is actually Nagito, but it's like, it was a person that we kind of crossed off of the list earlier as well. I don't know. I am more inclined to say that there's not really a traitor. Or, yeah, well, a traitor, like, well, I feel like that term traitor is actually not accurate. Because traitor was actually that it's a person that deceives all of us, right? And is on Monokuma's side, or at least on the side of our enemy. Like, yeah, okay, but I just feel like it's not a traitor to the extent as Sakura was to, or as Sakura was supposed to be to Monokuma. I just feel like that term doesn't, I don't know. Damn it! I will never, ever believe that. Like Sonia said, I can't believe it either. I don't think any of us could do that. But what if it's Nagito? Or what if whoever it is has forgotten about it? What if the traitor has forgotten that they're the traitor? That could be a possible explanation as well. And that's why Monokuma doesn't consider the traitor to be a threat, because they've forgotten that they're actually the traitor. Just like how I forgot that
I don't have a talent.
Ah,
Well, regardless of who he's targeting, there's a high chance that he's planning to kill, right?
that's right.
Then we gotta go up, tie him up again. Forcing him to stop is the only way.
Oh.
It's impossible. Nekomaru's not even here anymore.
I'll show you my
Heh.
serious side.
I've got what it takes to deal with someone as weak as him.
I'm here too.
Yeah, Minimaru.
Huh?
Then that's a yes, right? Just leave it to me. Once I come up with a plan, we'll meet up again. Tie up Nagito, huh? Kazuichi is right. It's dangerous to let Nagito wander freely. If we're being cautious, we have to act fast. But what is this indescribable anxiousness I'm feeling? I hope it just means I'm thinking too much. For the time being, we decided to finish our exploration of the final island and return to the hotel. It was already dark by the time we returned to the hotel. Am I just moving to my own hotel or what? I forgot which side I'm on. I actually think I'm on this side. Makoto, here we go. For some reason, I'm really tired today. Well, since I walked around all day today, I was able to obtain several clues. But I'm not really certain if you can even call these clues. Instead, I feel like we're just suffering from more mysteries that don't make sense. This isn't good. As soon as nighttime hits, I can't stop thinking all these pessimistic thoughts. This might be a bad habit of mine. I should just get some sleep for today, rest my mind for a while, and then I'll give this some more thought tomorrow. I feel like the fact, usually if we go back to our room, we don't have the option of walking to our room, you know? We just get placed into our room like we are now. So this actually makes me feel like I fucked up and I could possibly explore some more. Maybe, I don't know, the pool or even the hotel or the cafeteria, for example, or something. Damn it.
Actually,
Words are extremely dangerous. Unlike letters, words cannot be undone with erasers or with a backspace. That's why you need to be extremely careful. Same goes for me. There was a time in my past when I went through a lot of trouble because of that. That's right, when I was being trained at the safari park. At the time, there were two animals at the park that I got along with. One was a squirrel named Sir Dietrich, and the other was a fox named Cha-Cha Jr. To be honest, Cha-Cha Jr. was really stupid. If a female employee tried to have a serious talk with him, he'd just stare at her boobs the whole time. Wow, that sounds like me. That's why Sir Dietrich would order him to steal panties. And that idiot would get real happy when he exchanged the panties he stole for Dietrich's old undies. Also, this one time, the three of us went to a steakhouse, and the waiter asked, "How would you like it cooked?" Cha-Cha Jr. replied, "With fire." Sir Dietrich was pretty crafty. He knew how to play Cha-Cha Jr. He made Cha-Cha Jr. abduct a fawn and drown it. Then he saved that drowning fawn himself. Then he made Cha-Cha Jr. tell everyone about it. Man, he really did some shady things. Anyway, the three of us were getting along together. We were living in a fun life in the safari park. That's right. Until the day I ended up saying those words. I accidentally said this to Cha-Cha Jr. Foxes are squirrels' natural enemies. The next day, I stumbled across what was left of Sir Dietrich. He had been eaten. Good thing I immediately tattled to a male employee so he could put down Cha-Cha Jr. with a hunting rifle. Oh, that makes me think of like the poor gorilla that got put down earlier this week. I think it's this week. This video will be uploaded later, so already a couple of days will have passed by then. But yeah, that was kind of sad in the zoo with the kid falling down and yeah. Even now, I regret saying what I said back then.
what the hell?
Jeez, squirrels have it rough. You have so many natural enemies.
Okay.